that we are raising today. The reason why we came all the way to Maiduguri is because we want to tell the government, we want to remind the government, we have told them in June and we are telling them now that these girls whose lives have been shattered by both the military and Boko Haram, they deserve justice. We believe that if there is what the government has been doing, which is called rehabilitation, I doubt if that rehabilitation involved women or cover women. So why are they excluded? Why are they excluded? And beside that, our research shows that the experience of women are very unique. For example, there are many girls who were abducted or trafficked, and at the end of the day, they ended up with Boko Haram and they were forced into sex slavery. They were enslaved sexually, and many of them had many kids with these guys. And when they either escape out of Boko Haram's enclave, they end up in the hands of the military, and in some cases, they also experience another round of atrocity. So they end up moving from hell to fire. It's a terrible experience that no one should go through. So the girls and young women in Northeast suffered horrific abuses in Boko Haram captivity, with many survivors arbitrarily detained and subsequently neglected by the Nigerian authorities. And these girls have been sending one clear message during our research, that they want to rebuild their lives. For more than a decade, Boko Haram used these girls and young women as wives. They call them wives. How can you make someone's daughter your wife without her parents' consent? So they call them wives and possibly marry them, subjecting them to years of domestic servitude, sexual violence, and forced pregnancy. In fact, in the course of our research, we also discovered that those girls that tried to have contraceptives were severely punished by Boko Haram. So these are the kind of things that we should never forget, and we believe that the government should do something. Many of the girls and young women who escaped from Boko Haram returned to government-controlled areas. I will explain about this later. The crimes that they endured have long-lasting consequences that are specific to their age and gender, including health implications, lack of access to education, as well as stigma and rejection by their families and communities. We know that many girls who came back, unfortunately, they were abducted or trafficked, and when they came back to their communities, they are called Boko Haram wives, unfairly. So that stigma stay with them, and in the community, they are not accepted, while in the hands of Boko Haram, they went through a lot of atrocities. So at home and in captivity of Boko Haram, they are all facing a lot of dangers. So what we are saying is that the Nigerian government, they have to do the right thing. And we all know what the right thing here means. Number one, they need justice. Number two, we believe that no atrocity should go unaddressed. We believe that whatever happened to these girls, it must be accounted for, and they need help. And the help they need is for them to rebuild their lives. They are not begging you, but it's something that we, as a responsible society, we should do for them. So despite some family unification efforts, the Nigerian government has largely failed to promote their physical and psychological recovery and social reintegration, as required by the Convention on the Right of the Child and the African Charter on the Rights and Welfare of the Child, to which Nigeria is a party. Neglecting the psychological and social reintegration of these girls is a very serious problem that we are here to tell the government to address. These girls and young women have found the courage to speak out. They speak out, and I believe that the best thing is for the government and all of us to listen to them. We are therefore calling on the Nigerian government to do the right thing. And one of the right things they have to do is to make sure that they investigate and bring to justice all those accused of putting these girls through these atrocities. Amnesty International interviewed 44 other people in 2023